wanted to come on and just share about children. Your mothers, your fathers, you have children. And I know that with children and raising a child, you're going to go through some things. That's just come along with that, with parenting and being a steward, as God has placed you to be a steward over this child and train them up in the way that they should go. So that when they get older, they will not depart from it. They'll, even if they stray away, they're going to go back to what you trained them up in. And I'm asking and I'm pleading out for parents. I know that, life happens, life matters. I know that, you work a job, you have a business, you're still trying to be a good mother, a good father. Your kid is doing this, they're getting on your nerve, they're causing this, they're doing this, they're causing extra things to happen, and we can get stressed out, we can get in the moment. But please, and I know you have to discipline your child. The Bible, the word tells us to discipline a child. The Bible tells us there's foolishness in a child. Beat that foolishness out of them. The Bible tells us that. Okay? But we don't, so you have to discipline your child. But don't discipline them with words of death, with words of curses coming out of your mouth. Take the time to sit down and talk to your child. Tell them what you are disciplining them for, what they did, so they can understand. And sometimes you're going to have to go through several times. Sometimes they may not get it till they're older. It's just something, but you do not discipline your child with words of death. Do not speak death over your children. Do not speak life-taking words over your children. Do not speak to them to take away their inner being, their inner self, their livelihood. Do not talk to them with words of death. Do not speak word curses over them. And I know we can get caught up in a moment, and that may happen. Go back and apologize to that child. Make sure that you cancel out them words that you've spoken over their head, over their life. Because those words will come back at that child later down their life. And then you'll wonder why your child is acting this way or acting that way. What did you speak over them? Did you tell them you're stupid? Did you tell them you're going to be like your daddy? You're going to be like your mama? You're going to be a little hoe? You don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do that. Those words stick. Especially in a child and they grow up with that. And some things, it may not come out in childhood. It's going to come out in their adult life. Don't prepare them for that battle that they don't need in their life because of the words that you chose to spoke over them. Cancel out them words of death. Cancel out them curses. Blessings and curses should not come out of our mouth together. You speak in death over them, they're going to eat the fruit of that. Why? Because you spoke it over that. Why? Because you are the steward over them. Cancel it out. Don't provoke them to wrath. Don't provoke them to anger. Speak life over them. And it may be time consuming. Sometimes you ain't trying to hear that. But you're going to have to go back in a moment, maybe a week later, maybe 2 weeks later. Who knows? Speak life over your children. Speak blessings over your children. Speak goodness over your children. Even when they're acting, God said, call those things that be not as though they are. This child, you are blessed. You are the apple of God's eye. You are smart. You are intelligent. You will make it and succeed and be very successful in life. Speak what they are over them, even if it don't look like it in the physical. Speak it. You're going to have to put in work. It makes me think about how, we want marriage, we want children, we want businesses, we want all these accolades, all these things that God has called us to have, because God said he made man should not be alone. He should have a helpmeet. He made woman from man to help that man. So God established and made relationship. And out of that union, that marriage union, children should flow out of that. He made it that way. That was ordained by God. So it is a beautiful thing. It is something that we should all desire and want. But one thing we got to understand that I had to learn, am learning, and still will continue to learn, it's work. It's work to raise a child. It's work to be in a relationship with someone and become that one flesh. It's work to put two individuals together. It's work. It takes work. It takes communication. Some things will just flow easy like that. Some things it won't be so hard at doing. But in all, to have a business, that stuff, it takes work. You can't just sit around here and just want to eat off somebody else's stuff, eat off somebody else's dreams, eat off somebody else's life. Have your own because you got your own. But it takes work. You have to put in the work. You have to be diligent. When that stuff comes fast, you try to do things fast and halfway. Your outcome is going to be fast. Your outcome is going to be halfway. Do not speak death over your children. And if you have made the mistake of doing that, you have the authority to cancel them words out and change it and speak life over them. And you may not see what you're speaking coming up, but one day you will. Because the word says you train up a child in the way that they should go. Train up your words over that child in the way you will have them to go. Don't train them up in deaf words. Don't train them up in cursed words. Don't train them up in unfruitful words. Train them up in words of life, words of fruit. And you shall see. You shall see. It's the best gift that you can ever give that child. I just wanted to come on and share that. You be blessed in Jesus' name.